Good afternoon, everybody. It's great to see you. It's great for you all. Great to be here with you all. I must also want to thank our media partners for being here today. So in that, I am pleased to report that with a vote that was taken by our commissioners, led by Chairman Carroll, Vice Chairman Lieberman, Commissioners Liepart, Dion, and Logan, under a unanimous vote last month, the commissioners have permitted us to move towards all electronic tolling. And all that would be done through open road tolling now, from Reading to the eastern part of all the way through the east to the Delaware River Bridge, up the northeast extension. So open road tolling will be the switch that will be flipped on January 5th, 2025. You as a customer need to do absolutely nothing different. Toll by plate and of course Easy Pass are preferred by 80% of our customers. It will be the preferred method of payment. The difference that you'll see is that you will be tolled through open road tolling, no longer at the interchanges, starting January 5th, 2025. The remainder of the system from Reading to the western part will be 2 years later, 2027. Now, I must tell you, this is not something that's done lightly and not something that's done without study. The initial phase, or the preliminary feasibility phase, was begun back in 2010. 2016 with the Delaware River Bridge was the first pilot to where we piloted not just the technology but the business rules and ensuring that toll by plate and that Easy Pass would work under that environment. Several other pilots after that, culminating in a construction cycle of the last 2 years, which gets you to the gantries that you see being built today. All that, plus 20 years of work by other toll authorities across not just the country, but across the world, in which we could study and use their best practices, if you will, to make sure that with the system that we have in place is one that's the most efficient for us and for our customers. So you may ask yourself why. Well, the benefits are endless, but as we talk about it, the key goal for the Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission is really in a lot of ways to be a better neighbor. As we strive to be a better neighbor, a lot of that will now be able to come through in new access points. So I want you to think about 13 miles from here in the Route 29 interchange. When that interchange went in play back in 2012, think of the changes that have happened to that area and that community. Think about the economic development that has occurred around that interchange. You take that and what we can now do with a much smaller footprint for a new interchange, a lot more cost effective. The opportunity for us to be a better neighbor and to get in new communities now are, let's just say, conversations we're able to have because of cost and because of a much lesser footprint. So, for instance, Lafayette Street interchange in Norristown will not be able to be a reality. A project that is under final design would not become a reality but for open road tolling. Opportunities like that now exist because we can be a better neighbor. Also, too, think about the environmental aspects that now happen with less stoppage on the roadway. So when we flipped a switch to all electronic tolling, which means there was no stoppage at interchanges any longer, there was a 45% reduction of CO2, roughly 65 tons, based on that switch back in 2020. So you think about how that has impacted our environment. And lastly, a key part of what we've done as part of this effort is laid fiber through the footprint of our roadway. So everywhere that we turn on the gantries from Reading East up the northeast extension, there's fiber that's now a part of that. And with that, in rough numbers, about 30% of that fiber goes to our needs. Our goal and our hope is to market and utilize the rest of the 70% of that fiber to once again be a better neighbor, linking communities that need it, once again in the name of economic development, as was this turnpike started back in 1940. Once again, an opportunity to link communities that heretofore never had the opportunity to do so. So in closing, I'd just like to say it's great to be part of an 85-year-old organization that's still in growth mode, and we're excited for the future, and a key part of that future is open road tolling. Thank you.
One of the key pieces of this project is to improve safety at our interchanges. For generations, folks have driven through our interchanges, having to come to a stop or slow down as they navigated the interchanges and the interfaces those interchanges have with the roads off of the Turnpike system or deciding which way to go as they roll through the Turnpike system. Those things have obvious site impediments. There's obviously a whole area of confusion that comes around moving through those toll facilities. And open road tolling will help us eliminate those as we begin to demolition those old interchanges and rebuild them, right-sizing them and realigning them for better traffic flow and safer movement. So a key piece of this is a core part of our mission to provide safe, easy transportation across the system. Congestion, as Mark mentioned, is also a big issue with us. Being able to move traffic freely through these areas, not having to come to stops, not creating situations where idling occurs at these interchanges is a big part of this project, and one that I think the motoring public will appreciate over time. The other key piece is being able to add interchange locations across the system. As Mark mentioned about being better neighbors, it also allows us to create mobility options for people across the Commonwealth. Communities that are not served now by the Turnpike because it's too far from an exit to get to will in the future be able to be served because we can add interchanges in a much more effective way, much safer, connect with those roadways off of our system better than we ever have been in the past. And again, this will happen without a change to how you receive your tolls. If you're Easy Pass, you will still be able to use Easy Pass to get your toll invoices. Toll by plate will be sent the same way. What you will see as a difference is that what you will read on your invoice is different. It will no longer be a trip-based system. You'll see each gantry location shown on your invoice. You'll see that on your Easy Pass account as well. It's just a different way of seeing the tolls and running them across our system. In doing so, we've had to move away from one of our key pieces of vehicle measurement over time, which is weight. Pennsylvania Turnpike is the last agency in the nation using weight as the basis for tolling. It served us well, but those scales will not be able to be moved to the main line. So we're going to move away from a 9 classification system based on weight to an 11 classification system based on the height of the vehicle and the number of axles. And we've done so in such a way that we're trying to treat the recreational or the SUV trailering a boat differently than we're treating a tractor trailer hauling 80,000 pounds. So you're going to see that change coming along as well. And we're simplifying the whole process by moving to a standard 7 cent per mile toll for passenger vehicles, which will be our Class 2Ls, and a $1.09 charge for each gantry that the vehicles go through. So those are the big changes that are coming to the system. But as a motorist, as you drive through the system, you don't have to do anything different. Your tolls will still be collected, sent to you in mail if you're toll by plate, or deducted from your Easy Pass account if you're on Easy Pass. So very simple from that standpoint.
So what will our customers see on the roadway? We have constructed overhead structures called gantries from Reading to the east. Those structures are equipped with technology that will do a couple different things. First, they will take a picture of your license plate if you're a toll by plate customer, or they will read your transponder if you're an Easy Pass customer. And they will also classify you based on axle profile. Beside the gantries, you see gantry buildings. In those gantry buildings is all the technology and computers that will take that information and transport it back to our back office back in Harrisburg. There's also generators in that building for loss of power so we can continue operating as we do. What you can see is the fiber optic network that we've constructed over the last couple of years. The cable's buried either on the east or westbound roadway. They connect all the gantry buildings across the system and takes all that information back to Harrisburg so we can process your invoice correctly. That fiber optic network does a couple other things for us. It allows us to connect a lot of our traffic devices, cameras, dynamic message signs to better inform our customers as they move across our system. As we convert to open road tolling in January of 2025, our next big step will be remotorizing our interchanges. So we have demolition contracts being bid later this calendar year into early 2025. We'll see a lot of construction as we remove the toll plazas and really make it a lot more optimal for our passengers and our customers to be able to move through our interchanges with a lot less conflict points. And like previously said, it will also allow us the opportunity to create new access points where they don't exist now. So again, a very exciting time, an opportunity to really modernize in the Pennsylvania Turnpike, and really looking forward to bringing this to life in January of next year. Thank you.